Here's something you might not know. About 80% of millionaires are self-made, and most of them don't live in mansions or drive Lamborghinis. In fact, many live in average neighborhoods, driving cars that are 5 or 10 years old. So what's their secret? Ever wonder what millionaires really do differently? I'm not talking about flashy stock picks, big real estate flips, or those overnight success stories you see on TV. Nope. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the quiet, almost boring daily habits that actually build massive wealth. And here's the twist. You don't have to be rich to start. You just have to be consistent. So if you're ready to rethink everything you thought you knew about getting rich, let's dive in. Here's the truth. The real story about wealth isn't about big, sexy investments. It's about unsexy habits. Millionaires aren't chasing the latest get-rich-quick trend. They know wealth doesn't usually come from lottery tickets or viral stock tips. It comes from the compound effect of small decisions made over and over. Think about it. Skipping debt on a new car and putting that money into savings, investing steadily not once, not twice, but for years. That's how ordinary choices snowball into extraordinary results. Let me ask you, what's one small financial habit you repeat consistently? Or on the flip side, what's one small habit that might be costing you more than you realize? Here's something you don't hear enough. Most self-made millionaires are financially anonymous. They're not flashing designer clothes or bragging about their bank accounts. They're quietly accumulating wealth while driving an average car, living in a comfortable, sometimes modest house, and keeping expenses low. Why? Because every dollar not spent on showing off is a dollar that can go to work building more wealth. They're also obsessed with avoiding consumer debt, credit card balances, car loans, buy now, pay later. Those are traps. By staying debt-free, they free up capital to invest, save, and seize opportunities when they appear. And let's talk about budgeting. Most people hear budget and think restriction. But millionaires flip that script. For them, a budget isn't a diet. It's a roadmap. It doesn't limit you. It gets you where you want to go faster. Quick gut check. When you hear the word budget, do you think freedom or do you think restriction? Be honest. That answer says a lot about your view of money. Another habit, millionaires know the value of their time. Their downtime isn't wasted. It's strategic. They read, learn, and invest in themselves. I know someone who spends 30 minutes each morning reading about their industry. Over a decade, those little half hours put them years ahead of their peers. And yes, many millionaires are early risers. Not because waking up at 5 a.m. magically makes you rich, but because being intentional with your routine gives you a head start on your day. They start with purpose, not distraction. That's the dividend of time, treating hours like money and using them wisely. Think about your last week. Where did your free time actually go? Did it fuel growth or did it just fill space? Now let's talk about the habits that really accelerate wealth. First, side hustles. Many millionaires didn't start with six-figure jobs. They built extra streams of income. What began as a weekend project or part-time hustle eventually turned into serious capital. Second, smart saving. Investing is important, but millionaires also value cash, not just emergency funds, but opportunity funds. The money sitting ready for a great deal or business chance shows up. And finally, delayed gratification. This may be their ultimate superpower. Millionaires are masters at saying no to short-term pleasures so that they can say yes to long-term freedom. If an extra $200 showed up in your account today, where would you put it? Towards lifestyle or towards your future security? So what does this all mean for you? Here's the best part. You don't need millions to start living like a millionaire. You just need to pick one habit and start today. Maybe it's building a budget. Maybe it's paying off credit card debt. Or maybe it's committing to an intentional morning routine. Wealth isn't about flash. It's about freedom. Security, the peace of knowing you're in control of your money and not the other way around. And the sooner you start, the sooner those small, boring choices start to compound into something extraordinary. So today we've talked about the invisible foundation, the discipline of discretion, time dividend, and wealth multipliers. Which one spoke to you most? Because your fortune isn't built in a day, it's built daily. If you're listening and thinking, this sounds great, but I'm not sure where to start, that's exactly what we do here at Mutual of Omaha Advisors. Your situation is unique, so your plan should be too. It's never too early or too late to create a plan that gives you the financial security and freedom you deserve. Take control of your future and schedule a no-obligation consultation with one of our advisors today. Go to www.makeitpersonalpodcast.com to connect with an advisor, to download our free ebook, and subscribe to our monthly newsletter. And don't forget, if you found today's episode to be valuable, please like, subscribe, and leave a review, as every review helps us to reach more people who are ready to make their plan personal. At Mutual of Omaha Advisors, we believe personal finance is personal, and financial well-being is essential to achieving your life's goals. Make it personal. It's your money, it's your plan, it's your future.
This podcast is for educational purposes only and may include references to concepts that have legal and/or tax implications. Mutual of Omaha Investor Services, Inc. does not provide tax or legal advice. Please consult with the appropriate professional regarding your personal situation prior to making any financial decisions. Strategies discussed may not be suitable for everyone. Securities and advisory services offered through Mutual of Omaha Investor Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Mutual of Omaha Advisors is a division of Mutual of Omaha Insurance Company.